Hello and welcome to another Crusader Kings 3 Developer Diary. This time we're going to be talking about decisions with Dev Diary number 29. So yeah, let's just jump in and see where this takes us. So, come one, come all, and hear the tale of Kalevi of Karelia. For those who don't know, Karelia is the region that Russia owns to the east of Finland. Yeah, that's where that is. We'll follow him on the perilous road from High Chieftain of a few counties to King and Defender of Ukko as a holy warrior. We'll pay close attention to what choices he makes to further his agenda, for what is life but the decisions you make along the way. And then this here would be a Kalevi, High Chieftain Kalevi. It's interesting that while he has upgraded and found himself a cloak, maybe the winter got a little bit colder, so he's got himself a cloak. He's put some spikes on his crown, which is nice. But his hairstyle is completely identical to the very Strand. He's also looking obviously quite a bit older and beaten up, and yeah, he's still got the same clothes on. So it's surprising that these clothes still fit him, but there we go. He has filled them out just a little bit. You can see around here, but you know, I'm just nitpicking for fun's sake. It's I think it looks fantastic to see them age like this. But anyway, let's move on. Surprise, surprise, in this dev diary we'll take a closer look at decisions, what they are and how they work. The easiest way to describe a decision is that they are an action a ruler can take, but they end up being so much more than that over the course of a game. By the way, my name is Linnea, content designer. Okay, hello Linnea. We've focused on adding a wide spread of decisions in the game so that you will have unique experiences playing different characters all over the map. So here are the decisions that we have available for Mr. What's his name again? Kalevi. So we've got Found Holy Order, Consecrate Bloodline, Dynasty of Major Crowns, Found a New Empire, Become Chakravarti. I assume that is changing religion, perhaps. Chakravarti does sound like a kind of Hindu-y religion. I'm honestly not sure though. Take stewardship of the Sacred River. These are major decisions. Then other decisions that we have here are invite Shurveers, invite claimants, commission epics, convert to local culture, go on a pilgrimage, host feast, gall hunt, and search for a physician. We also have, I guess for someone else, unite Africa. We have invite champion. Seek aid of the spirits, go on a pilgrimage, saw that one already. Talk to a confidant, work off some stress, that kind of thing. Yeah, makes fairly simple and okay, fair enough. Above are two examples of what the decision view might look for different characters. There are two types of decisions, major decisions and, well, decisions. So minor decisions? Whatever. Major decisions are displayed in a prominent position at the top of the interface and can be viewed as something to work towards if you want. We've designed them to give the player a rewarding goal, a kind of mission. Major decisions are often life-changing and their effects will be felt throughout the world. You can make decisions that affect your whole dynasty or a whole religion. For examples of major decisions are Found a New Kingdom, Consecrate Bloodline, and of course Mend the Great Schism. Regular decisions, on the other hand, can function as a means to reach those lofty goals and are often more accessible and more immediately relevant to your everyday life as a ruler. Decisions can cover a wide range of actions you can take, everything from hosting a feast to flagellating. This gives you a lot of control over what actions your character takes and how you shape your realm. So, back to Kalevi of Karelia. Our story begins just as the young High Chieftain Kalevi, only 16 years of age, has stepped into the role of a ruler after his father's passing. Orthodoxy is spreading upwards from the south, Catholicism is a growing concern in the west, and Kalevi wants nothing more than to protect the old ways and the Suomenosko faith he was brought up with. Suomenosko literally just means Finnish faith. Suomi is the Finnish word for Finland, and then Nusko, I guess, would be faith or religion. It might seem like a big task for any lone man, but he has a plan. He intends to raise a hall of heroes and lay the foundations for holy warriors to defend the faith. We can see here, this is High Chieftain Kalevi of Karelia. He's a Karjalainen, Very Finnish name. I think I'm neighbours with a Karjalainen, honestly. So yeah, he's Suomenosko, he's Finnish, he is tribal, he's got 6 titles, 5 out of 2 some things. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I think he's trusting. I can't remember the rest of those traits though. Greedy, perhaps, with the one on the right. But I can't remember the one in the center. Is that an olive branch? I'm not sure. But you can see how much money he's got, how much legitimacy and renown, or not renown, the religious one. I can't remember the name of that either. And how many troops he's got. Lovely. So, defenders of Ukko. Foreign forces are skirting our territories like a pack of hungry wolves. The old ways are to survive. I must win the respect of the clans. Together we will raise a glorious war hall in Perkele's honor. Really? In Perkele's honor? Yeah, okay. It's funny that they're putting swear words in the game. Nice. Love it. Anyway, the Suomenosko Holy Site gives you 1 building slot, gives you the Building Hall of Heroes, gives you Fervor, that's the religious one that I forgot the name of. You get Holy Warrior, Suomenosko warriors in your realm become Holy Warriors. Lovely. Your devotion needs to be at level 3. You need 3 of your vassals being powerful and with a good opinion, and it costs you 100 ducats. Very nice indeed. The road ahead might seem long and taxing, but such is the way of life when your goal is as lofty as this. He does currently stand alone at the rudder, however, and wishes for a companion, a spouse. As luck would have it, he stumbles across a skillful and beautiful peasant woman when he is out hunting. So he's called a hunt, and you lose 33 stress. I don't know yet how stress works mechanically, only that, when you're doing something that is against your character's natural desires and their traits and such, you gain stress. But I don't know how much stress you're going to gain from these things, what the break points are, that kind of thing. So I don't know if 33 is a crap ton or nothing at all, really. So it seems a decent enough number. Who knows? So you can only go out hunting every 5 years, I guess. You get opportunities to increase your prestige, and it actually does cost you now as well. Very nice. Alright, so hunt far from people, away from the others. I came across a cottage housing one of the most beautiful people I've ever laid my hands on. Sorry, my eyes on. Anyway, she invited me to stay and rest, and I was surprised by how much I had in common with a simple peasant. You have to return to the hunt already, my lord. I have never met one such as you before. And then, yeah, you can... I think we've had this exact event in CK2, so, yeah, there's nothing much new there, I guess, other than the lovely artwork and, being able to see the person that you have met. Together they start a new family, and the first decision among many has been made. One of the requirements to fortify a holy site, by taking the major decision Defenders of Ukko, is to have a holy site to fortify. After a quick glance at the Suomenosko holy sites, Kalevi's gaze settles on Raivola in Kakkisalmi, currently under the control of neighbouring chieftain Susi. Susi believes in the right gods, but Kalevi doubts he would allow other people access to the holy site. War it is, then. So we have a bit of war, and there is the lady, the spouse that you've just met. She looks similar. I don't know. Her face looks a little different. Maybe it's the lighting. She's in the outdoors here, so the lighting on her face is very even and bright and stuff. And then here it's very yellow and shadowy and sharp and stuff. So maybe that's why it is a little bit different there. We also have invite champions. As the High Chieftain of Karelia, I need brave champions to defend the realm and conquer new lands. I'll send out a herald to let my subjects know I'm in search of skilled warriors. At least 3 able-bodied men with 12 or more prowess will arrive as guests at court within the coming months. Very nice. So, we have invite champions done. So, to tip the scales in his favour, Kalevi decides to send out heralds to let it be known that he is searching for champions to join him. Soon he has bolstered his forces enough to take on his neighbour. After the war, Kalevi is perplexed. He has a holy site under his control, and he has the will. Why won't the people help him build the Hall of Heroes? Why won't they help him defend the true faith? Then it hits him. He doesn't have enough strong people backing him, and he's not known to be pious enough to inspire the respect needed. This realization sets Kalevi down a path of many years of character building in the form of pious endeavors and realm building in the form of conquest and vassalization until he has founded his own kingdom. We have the found kingdom here. I will unite the realm under a new kingdom title to belong to my dynasty for all time. Very nice. And he manages to do this at 50 years old. So it did take him quite some time, let's be fair. As his realm stabilizes, he realizes what he must follow. He needs to go on a pilgrimage to truly understand the Suamanosko faith. However, during his pilgrimage, Kalevi is grievously wounded. Word is sent out that the court is looking for a physician, and soon enough his wounds have been tended, but the scars will forever mar him. Gaining traits like Wounded might spur you to make a decision you otherwise wouldn't, and decisions can also become available through traits, events, and a myriad of other changing conditions in the game. If you find a decision particularly interesting, you can mark it as important, and you'll then get an alert when the conditions are met and you can take the decision. I do like that a lot. That's quite useful. For Kalevi, a lot of time has passed. Finally, at the tender age of 60, and a life full of decisions small and great behind him, King Kalevi of Karelia finds the support needed to fortify a holy site and bolster the defenses of Suamanosko. Foreign forces are skirting our territories like a pack of hungry wolves. If the ways of old are to survive, I must win the respect of the clans. Together we will raise a glorious war hall in Perkele's honor. Very nice. Who knows what will follow for Kalevi? Maybe he'll found a new empire to stabilize the region further, or perhaps he'll adopt feudal ways in a bid to, at long last, attempt to develop the region in a new direction. But one thing is for certain, the threat of Christianity has done nothing but grow during all these years. Tell you what, right, so this dev diary didn't tell us very much. It really didn't tell us very much at all. There is decisions. Well, there were decisions in CK2 as well. There are some new ones that we've learned about, like fortifying a holy site. That is, as far as I can tell, new. This decision, I'm fairly certain this event is in CK2 anyway. Call Hunt certainly is, and finding a woman in the woods also a thing. So honestly, there is not so much that is new, but what is very, very nice is the roleplay, right? CK is a role-playing grand strategy game. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. And having a dev diary like this, where someone is basically doing a mini after-action report of their character, they are role-playing and writing it as such, that was really good. This is one of my favorite dev diaries, and it taught us very, very little about the game. And I'm totally fine with that. This was a pleasure to read through, and I kind of hope that we get more things like this. And honestly, it's probably kind of easy to do. Well, not easy, but as the game comes closer to release, there's probably not a whole lot left that you can put in dev diaries. So you get somebody like Linnea here, who is, quite a decent orator, quite a decent author, who can put these kind of, fictional stories to paper in a way that, reads well. Get them to play the game and tell us about a character. And while you're telling us about what your character did, then go into the certain mechanics that they did at the same time. That's a really, really good way of doing a dev diary, because it's telling people how they might be playing when they get the game. So it still counts as a dev diary, but it's also teaching us just a little bit, about what we're going to be doing. Like it's really good. And I honestly, I'm really surprised at how much I enjoyed reading this dev diary despite learning so little. So yeah, no, great dev diary. Thank you very much, Linnea. That was really entertaining. But there are some dev comments, and maybe there will be more information there. So let's pop on over to that. How does this work? Does it make Catholics change faith to Orthodox like in CK? He's probably talking about the Great Schism. How does the Great Schism work? Does it make Catholics change faith to Orthodox like in CK2, or is it done in a new way, like setting their attitudes to each other as righteous? Rulers are offered to convert the faith of the former, and all main branches of Christianity that were considered ecumenical are now considered heresies from there on out. Okay. What is the butterfly logo under the character portrait? It's an indicator of which lifestyle you've chosen. In this case, it's a pair of hands for theology. Okay. And 2 questions. For pilgrimages, are you allowed to take your spouse and or your children along? It's a journey you must undertake without your family, but you might bump into other characters of your faith on the journey. Okay, and then do religion-specific festivals exist? Things like Ramadan, Easter, and so on. No such system for festivals are going to be in the game on release, but it would be great if we could add it further down the line. I think having these kind of yearly events like we have in real life, like, you know, Ramadan and Easter, Christmas, all these kind of things, don't really work in a grand strategy game. They don't work when you're passing years in minutes instead of a year. For us, Easter and Christmas and all this, they come once a year, and a year is a pretty long time. It's I would imagine a year. And when you're having it in CK, say there's not much going on at the time, and you've just got the speed up, and you're waiting for your forces to rebuild after a bit of a crushing defeat. Of course, there are things you can do with your characters and, you know, realm management and such. But for the most part, you're just letting your realm tick along. Then you get the same event again and again and again, because Easter comes out at the same time, roughly, every single year. Christmas comes at the same day every single year. And it kind of gets a little bit repetitive. There's only so many different Christmas events that they can add to the game, and it would get incredibly repetitive if you had one of them every single year. They would need to write upwards of 1,000 for people to not consider them repetitive and annoying. So yeah, no, I don't think that yearly events are going to be a thing, and I'm definitely not in favor of them adding them. Yeah, it would be nice, but no, please. But anyway, those are all the comments. There's actually not that many. And again, like I said, there's not much that we've gleaned, but there is, it's an interesting dev diary. But I would love to know what you guys think. Do you agree with me that this was a very interesting dev diary and a pleasure to read? Or do you kind of hate that there wasn't really too much information? You wanted to see more maps. You wanted to, know more mechanics, find out more modifiers, that kind of thing. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked the video, and if you want to keep up to date with all CK3 news and updates, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.